afternoon. Welcome. This is Kibera News Network, your #1 Kibera News channel. We are coming to you live on YouTube from Uweza Foundation. The show on air is Sisi Mtaani. Sisi Mtaani is a program where we tell our own stories in our own perspective. Stories by us, with us, and for us. Ladies and gentlemen, today we have none other than, let's put our hands together for MCA Cecilia Ayot. She's the MCA of Laini Saba. Karibu sana, Mheshimiwa.
Thank you so much.
You are so hard to get. Why?
Yeah, because a woman is all round. I have my extra biological roles and responsibility. I'm a mother, I'm a wife, I'm a teacher. So my plate is always full, but I usually find time to create for things that I hold dear.
Exactly. Thank you very much for making it here today.
Thank you.
Finally, we managed to have you on the show.
Thank you.
So the show is about sharing your own stories, your journey in your own perspective. What would you say is your background? Let's know your background for those who don't know you well.
Yeah, like you called me well. My name is MCA Cecilia Ayot, going by the African and the Christian culture. When I was born, my mother named me May. She had a black American friend. Okay. Then I was baptized. I'm Catholic. Therefore, I got my name Cecilia. When I was just about to sit for my KCP exam, I remember my teacher just behind here, Kibera Primary School, asking me, Cecilia, what is your surname? And I didn't know what that meant. So I went home and said, Mama, wanasema nipeleke surname. So then I was told that my surname is Ayot. And because I was born during the day, I am also Achieng. So MCA Cecilia Achieng Ayot. Yes.
So you went to school, Kibera Primary?
Proudly, Kibera.
Wow. So you know this neighborhood pretty well.
Yes, I have seen this neighborhood for 9 years, for 8 years.
For 9 years.
I remember initially we didn't have preschools within government primary school. So I went to nursery school elsewhere, and I joined Kibera Primary in Saturday 8. I was fortunate enough, I didn't repeat any class, so I was here for 8 good years.
8 good years.
Yes.
Were you born and raised in Kibera?
I was not actually born and raised in Kibera, but as long as I can trace my childhood, I only know the incidents where I was in Kibera. My family moved to Kibera when we were still very young. Okay. I can't remember how old exactly, but anything, if I was in nursery in Kibera, that tells you that I have lived in Kibera all my life. That is when I was about 4 years, I remember I was in Kibera.
Wow.
Yes.
And where's your home, Ushago?
I'm Nyachula.
Oh, Chulai.
I hail from Rusinga Island.
Okay.
Yes.
You are Nyarusinga.
Yes, Nyarusinga. And I'm usually told that women there are very intelligent and build up like huge, beautiful, and wonderful women.
Like
I confirm that now.
Okay. Yes. In your life, as you went to school, as you grew up, did you ever imagine that one day you'll get into politics?
No, I never saw it coming. I never thought of it at all. Yes.
At what point did it?
What happened is that living and growing in Kibera, I have seen the resilience nature of our people and how they thrive to better themselves. And that inspired me to do even more. I've also witnessed the biasness against women, the underprivileges, the opportunities, the violence against women. And it has agitated me to get into the space where I can speak about women. If you look at the political structure of our country, the parliament, Senate, and the assemblies are highest decision-making organs. And therefore, if I want to be sure that I speak to the great women, then I had to find a way of getting into those tables. But then also I didn't know how, so I did not tell myself that, Cecilia, you're good enough, you can join politics. What happened is that because I could speak on issues around me, I was very confrontational.
And fluently.
Yes, and I'm also running a school called St. Martin's School and Daycare Center.
Back in Laini Saba?
Back in Laini Saba. So I have had personal contacts with many families. and I've walked into their shoes in terms of other things that do not necessarily relate to education of their children.
Yeah.
And by doing this, I realized that they have allowed me to influence their decisions on a matter of issues.
Yeah.
Because 3 elections behind, I championed and campaigned for a male candidate.
Yeah.
And I realized that I was very convincing and people would listen to me.
You influenced people.
Yes, people would listen to me, and I don't take that for granted. It meant that I also make impact to their lives.
You had a voice.
Yes, so, and people would ask me, why would you bring a candidate?
Yeah.
Why would you bring us another candidate and you are up to the task?
Yeah.
And people really pushed me. At first, it was like a dream. And the first person who told me, Cecilia, we are looking for a candidate to run in Laini Saba.
Yeah.
I was helping him look for one.
Yeah.
And then he told me, the candidate is you I'm speaking to. But I said, how can I manage? How can I step into leadership? How can I step into politics?
Yeah,
my financial muscle is very wanting. I have many problems. I thought it was too much. But then the voices of women, the voices of the people suffering, the voices of insecurity kept ringing in my head, and I told myself that I have to take this challenge and throw my weight behind running for a political office, specifically to address community concerns and issues.
Yeah.
Yes, that's how I found myself
into politics.
Into politics.
So people pushed you, and the urge to help and to voice up issues.
Yes.
Is that the first time you ran and you got it, or you had tried?
I ran in 2013.
Yeah.
And I was the latest one to join the race.
Yeah.
And there were a number of challenges then. So I threw my weight around December. The elections were in March.
Yeah.
And it was the most trying moments of my life, because I could see people's eyes believing so much in me. Yeah. And I could feel the agitation and the push to go forward and offer this representation. And it was too ugly and too nasty for me. I encountered a lot of violence, both verbal and physical. And I did my best. Yeah. But then I didn't make it. But I'm proud because I lost with dignity.
You tried as a woman.
I became the second one.
Yeah.
And I lost with a very small margin.
Okay.
So there was sense of not making it. But I patted myself and said, Cecilia, really you tried. Yeah. You did your best. Yeah. We live to fight another day. Okay. So in 2017 again, I was in the race, but now more experienced. Yeah. And I'd learned
more aggressive.
More aggressive, and even now, the issues were also too pressing that I had to really do the best. And I would also want to thank women organizations that brought to attention women candidature and the importance of having women step into leadership. So it was more receiving in terms of campaigns. I was well known.
Yeah. At least you had built some ground.
And also took the hand of God.
And the hand of God.
Yes.
Wow. What would you say was different between the first attempt and the second when you now got it? What changed, or what did you do differently?
You see, first of all, I would not give credit to how probably well organized I was to win even this election, or even to lose the previous election. Yeah. And I would not even confidently say that it had to do with me as a person. Yeah. A number of things worked for me, the political party organization. Yeah. Because we went for primaries, party primaries, and I won. So there was no outcry.
Very crucial.
Yes, in 2013 there were no party primaries, unfortunately.
Okay.
And the party used its own method to identify who was the strong candidate. And according to the findings, I was the strong candidate, so I was awarded the certificate. But then it was not done in a good way, so people thought that I compromised my way. Yeah. And my male counterparts ganged and supported Amayo then, who was running for Kibra MP on a different ticket. So that's how I lost. I did not literally lose, but there were factors that did not work well for me. And being the only woman in the race, it was a bit difficult for me.
Yeah.
But then come 2017 now, the party came in handy in terms of laying structures that were very transparent, and we went through party primaries where I won, and therefore my counterparts had no option other than to back my candidature.
Okay.
Again, I was more experienced in terms of packaging myself, in terms of communication, in terms of being able to say who I am and what I stand for.
Yeah, selling your policy.
Yes, and also when I lost election, it gave me even strength to do more than I did then.
Okay.
So in terms of projects, in terms of activities, in terms of supporting women, in terms of standing with the girl child, responding to issues of rape, in the society, I was more vocal.
You had that feeling of, yes, I can do it. I can even do it better.
Yeah, I told myself that I do not necessarily need to offer my leadership on political platform.
Yeah.
I interact with people on my day-to-day living. I run a school in the community, and there were things that I could do with my networks, with my friends, and with my little humble family resources. So I continued doing like nothing had happened.
Okay.
And I think at some point, Laini Saba people regretted not electing me.
Yeah.
So come 2017, then I got calls of people saying, we are in it, we are with you.
This time you have to get it.
Yes, yes.
And you got it.
Yes.
How does it feel like as a woman to be in this kind of position, politics? It's usually very tough for women. And do you feel like the playing ground are level for you as a woman?
Unfortunately, me and you know that it is not leveled, and the patriarchy nature of our society is not even planning to level it anytime soon.
Yeah.
So it has been a battle. It has been a battle. Even at the County Assembly of Nairobi, we are only 5 elected women out of 85 wards. And we have been the minority because we have 80 men who are elected. We have 5
out of 85.
Yes, we have
That's
80 men
huge difference.
who are elected. We have 5 women who are elected, and we have about 35 or something women who are nominated. Yes, the gender top up list.
Yeah.
So we are left out because the women feel we are elected. The men have a problem with women.
Yeah.
So most of in most of the cases, we always found ourselves a minority within a setup.
How do you overcome that?
It is a journey that we have not overcome, but making our humble strides, hoping that this election will deliver more women to elective positions.
Yeah.
Because you know that when important decisions are made, then a woman's voice is crucial. Because the woman is the face of the society. You speak about health, she is in the middle of health.
Yeah.
Owing to her biological sex orientation and needs. You speak about education, then a woman appears there. You speak about issues of environment and global warming. You realize the role of a woman in the society. It comes to security. Robbery is not complete without rape. So a woman is still crucial. So with time, societies and people are appreciating that we need to have women sit on this decision-making table so that they can respond to the collective aspirations of our people. And hopefully, I would love to see more women elected. But before being elected, I would want to see more women offer their candidature. Because it begins by women offering their candidature.
Why are you saying that the robbery is never complete without rape?
Yes, because
I've never heard that phrase.
No, it has happened in several occasions where there was house breakages and robbery. Women ended up being raped too.
Oh, not those kind of bank robberies.
No.
Oh,
I'm speaking about the normal ones where the thugs come, break your home, and if the girl child is there, they will also do the most inhuman acts.
True.
So a woman's life is at a position that needs protection from all round. She is vulnerable to most of the things that sometimes you don't see coming. You think that these are ordinary thieves. But then when they break, then they see the helplessness and the hopelessness, and they take advantage of that too.
Okay. There is always this belief that, I know you are saying that you want to see more women coming up for these positions and getting elected, but there is always this belief that women don't support their fellow women. Is it true? Like even when it comes to voting, women don't vote?
Like you've said, it is a belief that is neither here nor there, because Ayot Cecilia here is proudly elected woman.
Yeah.
Therefore, that is not true. We've had great women like Gladys Wanga. We have great women like Martha Karua. We have women like Charity Ngilu who have won subsequent elections. So I think it's an outdated kind of propaganda that our male counterparts have been using. That is not true. Women support each other. Women love each other.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow. Now, Laini Saba, you got to be the MCA. What would you say you have achieved so far since you got elected?
Yeah, that is a very interesting question.
Yeah.
And I've been put on spot by many media platforms.
Yeah.
Who sometimes I think have been a bit ignorant, because in terms of roles and responsibility, they're very clear in the Constitution that a member of County Assembly has 3 roles. The first one is representation. The second one is oversight. And the third one is legislative.
True.
I have perfectly executed my roles in the floor of the House. I have championed for motions and bills that address the great concern of our people. Just recently, I was very much involved in countering violence extremism bill that was just put to law the other day. I have taken a number of statements and motions to improve the security lighting of my community, to bring attention to institutions that are not specifically run by the government, because in Kibera we have 0 institution run by the government. So I've been in the forefront to ensure that we have partnership with local institutions like clinics and health institutions, so that we also benefit from the government, because we are all taxpayers. I have also been an authority on security issues, and I remember just before I was elected, there was an act that really put me low. A young man, a boy who was my very good friend, called Adrian, was shot and killed by police under unclear circumstances. So then I took it upon myself to ensure that we have the conversation to stop police brutality and to end killings. Extrajudicial killings, because when something happens when you're not there, whoever says that I found them doing this will be their words against them, and you have very little to prove. And after all, the life has been lost. So I took upon an initiative to go into partnership with the police and to ensure that we smoke out any illegal activities, smoking out in a good way, like correcting with love. Because some of these children that we have been condemning have gone through environmental family situations that have pushed them to the extreme. So you cannot change them overnight. And if you keep condemning them, you push them further to get deeper into crime, and they lose their lives. So we've had a process of talking to our people to shun violence and to get out of criminal activities, but also to tell police not to shoot them. Like in the events where there's a problem, like as leaders, we should be involved. And if we have probably very notorious people, then I would come to ensure that we either bring them to police to face law, because again, we have to appreciate that we are living in a country that is governed, and there's no way you will do criminal activities and get away with that.
True.
And that has worked. No one has ever been shot in Laini Saba. That was the last death in the hands of police, and I take pride. I take pride of that. When you come to environmental sanitation, Laini Saba is very clean. Take a walk in Laini Saba, you will not find heaps of garbage. And this we've done in 2 ways. One is to create awareness of personal and community hygiene. And 2 is to negotiate with NMS to have a group of people who will be collecting garbage and to organize trucks that collect them. So that has been taken on, and I am really, really proud of that.
So you have some good dumping sites there?
No, we don't have dumping site in Laini Saba. So we put them in heaps, and they're collected with NMS trucks. When you speak about issue of economic empowerment, of course, we are still journeying towards that direction. But I could proudly say that out of my networks and personal initiative and resources, I've been able to support a number of initiatives at very personal level. Because again, when you come to a struggling community, they don't need that much to get into their feet. They need little resources to put up small things. And as they put up small businesses, it also opens their mind to the outside world. It enhances their communication skills and personal skills, and gives them courage now to go face the world.
True.
So that I have done, and I've supported a few people to get motorbikes. I've supported a few personal initiatives. I have personally employed over 20 staffs working in my school, St. Martin's School and Daycare Center.
Not in your office, in your school?
No, in my school. I'm talking, those are not personal initiatives, yes.
Okay.
In my school, and those are families. Those are families, and if those incomes are going to those families, then it improves livelihood generally in Laini Saba. What else? On talent identification, I think I'm the best ever.
Okay.
I just did my Laini Saba Nadada second edition.
Okay. That
brought about over 3,000 participants to watch and to participate. And coming from post-COVID impact, you know, the concerns we had, teenage pregnancy, insecurity, sense of hopelessness. By running Laini Saba Nadada Cup, it is a tournament that usually takes close to 1.5 months.
This is for girls only?
No, Laini Saba Nadada Cup. Unfortunately, we don't have girls team in Laini Saba.
Okay.
But we are looking forward to having girls team. So in all these two incidences, we've had girls curtain raise. I've always insisted of girls referees in my tournament. And it has worked well. It has worked well, putting also into consideration the fact that Laini Saba is highly cosmopolitan. So when we can sit and discuss on things that unite us, it means even when we'll get political, we will remain objective, because we have Laini Saba to live now and beyond politics.
What would you say has been your greatest challenge in the past 5 years as the MCA of Laini Saba?
My greatest challenge has been of course overwhelmed in terms of the needs of my people. Having been born and raised there, there are serious society needs that needs fixed solution. There are ailing parents, bedridden families. There are issues of social welfare where you lose a family member and you have huge hospital bill and you cannot even offer them decent burial. We have incidences where people have gotten sick and probably a more complicated kind of an ailing that needed big financial muscle.
So and all these people are coming to you for help, for support.
And I thank God for that. It has been extremely overwhelming, but I thank God that they can think about me at their time of most need. It has been overwhelming, but somehow God has seen me through, because I don't remember any single incident that somebody came to me and left even without a cup of water. Sometimes you would come with a very huge problem, which I will not be able to support financially. But then if you get a meal for that day and get hope, then gives you courage to wake up tomorrow and begin. This has been a problem, I know, everywhere because of lack of opportunities, employment opportunities in almost the whole country. In the whole country, I would confidently say that. So that has been a big challenge to me. And I thank God that I have had friends and family members who have gone out of their way to deal with some of my problems.
How? Like you seek help from them?
Yes, I get money. Like if you're sick and you are bedridden and the landlord comes, takes off your roof, I have to look for money to pay your rent, to pay your rent, not because that is my responsibility as an MCA, but I think on humanitarian aspect of the world, I feel that I am privileged to work with people with this kind of needs.
Wow. Stop there, wait, we are coming back and you are going to tell us more about your future plan for Laini Saba and if you are also going to vie in this next coming election. Steve, do you have anything? Ladies and gentlemen, this is MCA Cecilia Ayot herself telling us, narrating us her story, her journey in her own perspective. Stay tuned.
Nimechoka.
Steve, do I have anyone? Odette.
Yeah, question back to back. So nimechoka.
Wait. We are still live on air and people are asking questions. This is so fast. Odette, don't play women. See them as fire that could cook, burn, destroy, or kill. She turned out to be the fire that could cook when she represented her people. I salute you, girl. Oh, Odette Dead is really saluting you.
That's great.
You know that?
Not very good in names.
Yeah, she's also one of our viewers. And I think she comes from Olympic, yeah? And Odette is still saying the alpha female, go girl. Yeah, big up, continue watching Odette. And this is Cecilia MCA Ayot herself telling us her own stories in our own perspective, stories by us, with us, and for us. You only find this on Kibera News Network. Kibera News Network, your #1 Kibera News channel. Sisi Mtani is the program. Stay tuned. Now, Cecilia MCA, what's your plan? Are you vying again, or are you saying this is enough?
I have always thought that I would be very productive, either in politics or out of politics.
Yeah.
But because I want to encourage women
Yeah.
to offer their candidature for leadership, I am going to defend my seat. And as I defend my seat, I want to attract also other women who I will work with in this journey so that they can come in and join us in having this robust discussion about having responsive legislatures.
Okay.
Yes, so I'm going to defend my seat.
Yeah.
And I am hopefully that God will give me grace to continue serving his people.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you have a new plan for the people of Laini Saba, or you just want to maintain what you've been doing?
I have been thinking so hard about the social welfare of my people, and it has been giving me sleepless nights. And even as I walk to my second term, that is a nut that I have to find ways of cracking. Sometimes we shy off from speaking about issues of giving decent send-off to our fallen heroes.
Yeah.
But then we have to come into terms with the reality that death is inevitable and all of us will die. Just give us time.
Yeah.
And when it happens in a family that has very low income, it has been extremely devastating.
True.
So I am seriously thinking on how I will put my little family resources. I've consulted with my husband and get a few friends to see whether we can have some mode of transport to deal with the social welfare.
Yeah.
Also, I have been thinking so much about social economic empowerment, because you have no business serving people who are hungry, people who are sick, people who cannot take their children to school.
Yeah.
However much you are a darling, and they still have those underlying issues,
you feel
it
bad.
does not make any sense. It does not make any sense.
Yeah.
It becomes even more complex with the roles and responsibilities of a county assembly and the devolved functions of a county government, because you realize that resources are not in our hands.
Yeah.
You cannot legislate and implement at the same time. Itakuwa ni double standards, na itakuwa ni ngumu sana to keep you into check, unlike the members of parliament who have CDF allocation. So we are seriously thinking of how we will have funds, not necessarily in our docket, but in line ministries in the executive that will help push the community to build their capacity on financial stability and muscle.
Yeah.
If I can achieve the two things, then I am home and dry, because it would have sorted all my problems. It's like a magic bullet.
Yeah.
When you improve the financial stability of families, then you realize all these other concerns are sorted by a blink of an eye.
Yeah.
That is my biggest dream. I am still thinking on how I will manage to do this, but I've invited a number of friends and partners into this discussion.
Yeah.
So I know that this will be a model for many other communities to copy from. And of course, I will continue to take my legislative roles in the Assembly and continue to champion and support legislative that will respond to the aspirations of great people of Nairobi.
Okay. So where do you stay? Where do you stay currently? Are you still in Laini Saba or you moved out?
Even before I was elected, I was not in Laini Saba. I had terrible experience in 2013. Okay. And I am a proud mother of girls. Okay. And that's how politics sometimes can get nasty. I never want to talk about that.
Mother of girls. How many?
I never want to talk about that because that was my lowest when I got rape threats to my daughters just because I was a female candidate and my male counterparts who are not sure on how to beat me. So I moved from Laini Saba in 2013 and went to Olympic.
For security reasons.
For security reasons. And that is why I have to fit in this space to take care of that woman who lives in Laini Saba, that girl who lives in Laini Saba, who is not sure of how they are going to deal with security. It is not secure per se, because I remember also when I took on Moi girls rape case, my house was attacked in Kibera, in Olympic. Again. And burnt, yes.
And burnt? And
burnt, yes. Thank God that the fire started from the back. I had an extension. I still have it. So thank God that the fire started from the extension. And whoever did this, I think had planned properly because I was supposed to travel to Mombasa. But then somehow I did not travel to Mombasa and I was around. And thank God also there were no kids in that room that caught fire. So still, security is something that is in my heart and I will continue to champion and fight for it. Okay. I also have another home in Ayani Estate.
You have 2 homes?
Yes, I have 2 homes because I have a big family. I have 5 biological children and 4 adopted, 9, plus many others that my home is their home. So we cannot fit in one house, especially now with everybody becoming a teenager.
Is it one big happy family?
Yes, but now with teenagers, you can't fit. The setup of houses in Olympic and Ayani are the old versions. They're 2 bedrooms each. So you really need a bigger space. And I'm just getting my space around where somebody can walk from Laini Saba to my house at any time if there's an urgent need to be addressed. Yes.
Currently, do you have like, who are your competitors, and is there any threat in Laini Saba?
I would not bother to look at like.
You not bother?
The mandate belongs to the people, and as far as I'm concerned,
but I am the candidate. Plan yourself strategically.
I am not planning myself with regards to anyone who is throwing their weight to the race. With all due respect, is because together we will appear to the people and seek for their permission. Remember, veto power belongs to the people. So we will go and face the people, everyone in their own style and in how best they know, and say why we need to be given this opportunity. Therefore, I only know what I will tell the great people of Laini Saba and why I will seek their mandate. I will not speak about any other person.
What has been your sweetest moment since you got elected? Forget about the day you got elected. I know you celebrated and you were happy. After that, have you ever had like a sweet moment in life?
My sweet moment and greatest victory is when we pushed the Moi girls rape case. And then we had security audit in all the girls' schools in Kenya. That is a moment that I cherish up to today. Every person living in this country is now sure that their girls in boarding schools will be taken care of. Courtesy of the demonstration we marched when we had a rape case in Moi Girls School. You remember? It was a week of protest. And I really feel good because I was even given airtime at BBC to speak on what happened. So the fact that all our girls are safe and we can now sleep peacefully knowing that they're in safe hands makes me smile in my heart.
Wow. That must have been a very great achievement.
That is the greatest achievement so far.
Wow.
Yes.
Max Ngito was here. He's also an aspirant for Laini Saba. And he raised some issues that he complained that you took some water tank that were meant for Laini Saba and took to some of your relatives in Kawangware. How true is this?
That is Max Ngito. And I think he needs just to go and point out where that specific water tank is. then bring to attention, because community resources are given to specific people and no one is allowed to divert that. So I just ask him to bring his evidence, take the great people of Laini Saba to go pick that tank, and then we can follow up and know how did that tank get there, how my relatives, are they my sisters, my brothers, or my in-laws? We need to find out exactly what he means. But that is nothing to talk about. I have evidence of him getting into my inbox just recently and trying to tell me that he has issues with how bursaries are raised. And I say, you don't do that on my inbox. You go public to. Then I also have a communication from him asking me to support me. The same Max Lito. So I don't regard him. He's not serious with life.
Those are double standards.
Yes. And I have them. You see, the good thing with the internet is that he doesn't forget. I have his complaints. Then I told him, you don't come to my inbox. This is a public issue. I also have his request to ask me to support him with my campaign materials. I told him I have already sorted that.
To support him or to support you? To
support his company, produce my campaign materials.
Really?
I also have another evidence of him asking to support me in my candidature. So it's neither here nor there. But I wish him well. Yes.
How is the bursary situation in Laini Saba? Are you
bursary
managing?
Situation is one of the best programs, and I salute the government. And I also want to go on record as people together with other county assembly members who pushed the bursary allocation from 3.5 to 4.5 million. I am also sure that I am the first person on record to go and announce bursary in an open ground and call people to apply.
And say this is how much we have, and people can apply.
And I have been doing that to date. I thank God, though it is very minimal. We have a kit of 4.5 with a population of more than 25 to 30,000. So still not enough. I also thank God that we have also other initiatives and a number of community donors working in Kibera, Laini Saba. But the bursary kit is not sufficiently enough. We are only limited to giving 5,000 per family. And in most cases, school fee go from 45 to 50,000. So it's like a drop in the ocean, which we appreciate, yes, because the ocean would be less without that drop. But then still much needs to be put. I also take pride because I have my own bursary scheme. It's not really bursary, but scholarship. Scholarship, because it's supported mainly from Sweden, German, and a few of stakeholders that I have that have been able to see up to 150 students finish their high school, and I'm sure that some will join the university in the next few days and will still receive the support. So I'm still working on that to increase the muscle, because there we get a reasonable amount. Though again, not so many people still can benefit from that. Yes.
Many people are wondering, is Ayot MCA Cecilia coming from a rich family? Are you coming from a rich family?
I told you, I came to school, to Kibera Primary School, and I salute my parents.
Are they still alive?
I lost my dad, but I still cherish every moment that I had with him. My mom is still alive. She's a strong woman.
Where is she?
She lives in Magiwa Estate.
What does she do?
My mom is now retired. She used to be a teacher. She retired many years ago. She's a pro-life, champion for life. So she goes preaching the gospel of keeping pregnancy to term and being responsible, of course. And anti-abortion.
Anti-abortion.
Yes, she's pro-life. She's Catholic, pro-life. And I'm so proud of her.
How many siblings are you?
We are 6. We lost 1. So I'm the third born. Yes.
Wow. Tell your people of Laini Saba. Steve, check if anyone is sending in any comments. If you want to ask MCA Ayot something, please reach out into our YouTube comment section and type your question there, or any comment you have. Or you can also reach us via WhatsApp 0794590404, and we'll be able to read them in a while. This is your opportunity. Talk to your people of Laini Saba. Tell them something. What do you have in store for them? Why should they re-elect you 2022?
One, I know that they are much ahead of me, and they have told me to continue working, because the the victory is guaranteed. They're happy about the road infrastructure.
Tell them. Yeah.
They're
Talk to
happy
them.
about the road infrastructure.
Yeah.
If you walk to Laini Saba now, you will find the access roads. And now, if we have any fire incident,
Yeah.
it will not consume life or destroy a lot of property because the fire engines can get through.
Yeah.
I know that they're very proud of how I've been issuing bursaries. For the first time, the list has Wamboi, Onyango, Karaoke, Yusuf, Amina, unlike previous regimes where you'd have Otieno, Onyango, Owino, Adhiambo, Akinyi. So a woman's tribe is all round, and I'm sure they really hold that fact. I'm also sure, and they're very proud of me because I've stood with them in times of great need, and together we can make Laini Saba great again. Remember, it is not my only responsibility, but all of us have to honestly work hard to improve the standards of our living, to improve the conditions of our families, and to build this great nation. Laini Saba ni dada Cecilia Ayot.
Wow. Big up. Do you have any regrets in life? Regrets? Anything you feel?
I like normal human being. I have had moments where I probably didn't take right decisions or didn't do things right, but I don't call them regrets because I no longer live there victorious. I only have lessons, things not to do and things not
Lessons
to touch.
learned, yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
What would be your holiday destination if you
Wow.
got enough money and you just want to go out there and relax your mind? Do you have any place in mind?
I have visited a number of places I wanted to go.
Oh,
and,
you already have
yes,
visited.
I thank God.
Locally and internationally.
I'm so local.
Let's see where you've gone first.
I'm so local.
What has been your best holiday destination you've visited?
Actually,
in Kenya?
In Kenya?
Yeah.
I still love Mombasa anytime.
Mombasa.
Yes,
Okay.
I still love Mombasa anytime.
Outside Kenya?
I just tour, not for holiday per se.
Yeah.
But I think I loved my tour in Germany.
Oh, in Germany.
Yeah, and of course I went to work.
Okay.
But also had an opportunity to understand issues in relation to inequality in life.
Yeah.
Issues to do with the planning, city planning.
Yeah, yeah.
And concerns about global warming and issues of environment.
Yeah.
So it was more of a learning tour, but I loved the culture.
Okay.
I loved the government operations. I visited Berlin House of Representatives, and I was able to sit with legislatures there.
Yeah.
And I think
the systems working well there?
Yes, the systems are working very well, and the models are pretty well, and politics is not do or die, as I'm opposed to here.
Yeah.
And I think I really love the fact that they have gotten somewhere, and I know we are still behind as a country, but progressively we are headed towards those directions.
Wow.
We're still struggling with malaria. They dealt with that many years ago.
Is there anywhere else you'd love to go to?
I would really I was also very happy to visit Soweto in South Africa.
Soweto in South Africa.
I'd always wanted to be into that place.
Yeah.
And I was so moved and thrilled by the story.
Yeah.
Of course,
it's upgraded, yeah?
Yes, it's upgraded, but still clear signs of
slum,
inequality.
Oh, okay.
Like there's just a road that passes. So on this side there's extreme rich, on this side there's extreme poor. And I was sharing with some friends of mine.
I only see it on pictures.
Yeah, I've been there. I was sharing with a friend of mine when I visited there.
Yeah.
That even when I was growing up in Kibera, Laini Saba, it's the same scenario.
Yeah.
We have a railway line, then we have a Royal Golf Club this other side, and then this other side we are anguishing in poverty.
Yeah.
Then we have no water, we have no electricity, we have nothing. Then at night we have to sneak to the golf club to go and fetch water. Because the taps are running and the grass is evergreen.
Yeah.
You can imagine. Yeah, so I saw that inequality.
Yeah.
Though insecurity is still very high.
Okay.
Security is still, I didn't tour a lot, but I just picked a few issues. Insecurity is very high, and There's somewhere, but not yet. We're still struggling nation.
Okay.
Yeah.
So are you satisfied with your travels, or is there somewhere still you would want to?
I would want to travel a lot.
Where?
But I want to keep that for me now.
Okay.
I want to keep that for me.
Okay.
But when I come back to the
show.
Do you call it bench show or
whatever?
Yes, if I come back to this space, because this
Mtaani,
is our space. This is Sisi Mtaani, this is Kibera.
Yeah.
I will unleash more adventures.
Share.
Yes.
Okay. Do you love football? Or do you watch?
I'm Kogalo Damu,
Kogalo
Sirikal. Sirikal, though I don't really understand the rules, and like even when I was watching,
you're
like,
just Kogalo by default, or what?
I think it is natural. It's the same way I'm ODM.
Okay.
Some of these things you just find yourself, you know.
The blood.
Yeah, they just flow in your blood.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I watch matches, though I don't concentrate really much on what is happening in the pitch.
Okay.
And I used to have another friend, he's called Frederick.
Yeah.
So he would call me and say, "Hey, Mambo."
Yeah.
Leo tuko na game. Leo tuko na game. He asked me to be Chelsea.
Okay.
So he tell me, Leo tuko na game. So I'll tell my husband, Leo tuko na game.
Yeah.
When your team gaya, mimi ni mtu wa Chelsea.
Yeah.
Then he's asking me the goalkeeper. I have no idea. So that is me.
Okay.
I love football, but I still don't understand the rules.
Yeah.
I just want to see people score,
and
I really jump a lot. But then I also realize that I get so emotional when my team loses, and that's why probably I never like watching, so that I don't carry my emotions, because it really affected me some days there. So I just go there for fun and talk to people and see them thrive. Social kind of engagement.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sometimes it's very important.
Yes.
Do you know Kibera football, like local?
I know Laini Saba. I know
Gogo Boys.
Gogo Boys.
Yeah.
It's Kibra United.
Yeah.
And Gogo.
Boys.
That is the only derby.
Those have been the derby.
Derby, yes. I also know a bit about that, but like I said, I don't get so passionately involved. I'm also Kogalo, but I'm also AFC, because my husband is Luya.
You are Kogalo and you are AFC?
Yes. So now you see, when you're a leader, you can't divide your people. You can't come and say, at sasa sisi watu wa God. When I stepped into leadership, I started to neutralize a bit the grounds.
But Baba says he's a Kogalo.
That Baba says it's Kogalo. But you see, women are mothers. And when mothers have a different perspective of everything, and that is why they must sit on negotiating table and decision-making table.
All right.
They are all your children, so you thrive. I'm not saying Baba is not balanced. I am just saying I am a woman.
Yeah, I got you.
Baba is an enigma.
Yeah, thank you very much, guys. Stay tuned. Steve, I don't know if there is anyone sending any comments. If not, we are going back to May. Perhaps you can just now tell, is there anything else you want to tell people, share, that I've not asked you perhaps?
Yeah, I want to tell people that one beautiful thing about dreams is that they do come true.
Yeah.
Like growing up, I had so many challenges. I dropped out of school in Form 3 and was not able to sit for my KCSE. Oh,
you dropped out in Form 3?
Yes, I was not able to sit for my KCSE then.
Yeah.
But then later on in life, I went back to school in 2012 and sat for the same exam with my son, who I gave back to in 1995.
Wait, you went back to school to sit for your exam after how many years?
17 good years. 17
After
good
17
years.
good years?
Yes, because
you
my
went
son...
to adult school?
No, I registered as a private candidate.
Okay.
And did private classes.
Okay.
And sat for my KCSE exam.
Wow.
So what I'm trying to say is that it is a world of possibilities, and one beautiful thing about dreams is they do come true.
Yeah.
When I was a small girl, I would really admire women who had made it in life. I would watch Oprah, I would watch Tyra Banks, and I really, really loved being in those positions. And I did everything. Those are
big names.
Yes, I did everything admiring them. And today, I sit in Great Nairobi County Assembly, legislating on behalf of my people.
Yeah.
So I just want to encourage my people, especially from Kibera, Laini Saba, that it is a world of possibilities, and let us strive to better ourselves. When you work honestly hard, you achieve your set objectives. Abraham Lincoln is one guy who inspires me a lot. He ran and lost is it 7 or 8 times?
Yeah.
But became the most powerful president in the history of America. So there's nothing like losing in life. Let us just all keep trying and keep thriving and keep doing our best. Yes, yes, yes. And also I salute you for having these opportunities, because we have great stories that are untold.
Yeah.
The untold stories inspire and put people to a mode to really work hard for themselves. So,
wow.
So I salute you.
Thank you very much, Moesh. What's your favorite food? Next time you come here, we should give you lunch.
I'm very simple.
What do you eat?
I'm very simple. I'm very simple. Me, I love eggs with a lot of onions.
Eggs with a lot of...
Yes, onions.
The fried eggs, Spanish?
Yes.
Or...
No, I just fry my eggs with a lot of onions.
Oh, a lot of onions.
Like sometimes when I'm cooking, my husband akikuja jikoni anza tu, kwani kuna wageni? Ambia hapana, sinataka kukaranga mayai. Hizi vitungu zote.
Vitungu ni mingi.
That I love that most, makes me very happy. Yes.
Your favorite drink?
My favorite drink is Tusker Nini.
Sprite.
Not Tusker, Sprite. The new one. It was the new
Sprite.
The new Sprite, yes.
Oh.
I have fallen so much in love with it.
Okay.
And I've realized that I'm slowly recruiting people to start taking it. Have you tried it?
Yeah.
Lemon flavored.
Yeah.
That's my favorite.
I like it too.
You like it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
Yeah.
Yes.
I didn't know about it until recently. I tried and I think I liked it.
Yeah. I'm also recruiting people massively to join the club.
Are you marketing them?
Not really. I just think it's swaggish. It has no sugar, some very nice taste, and just cool.
Okay.
Coca-Cola company should pay me.
Thank you very much, Moesh. Thank you for coming here. We are closing the show. Yes. Thank you very much, guys, for staying tuned to Kibera News Network. This has been Sisi Mtani, your #1 Kibera News channel. And it has been me, your host, Ogure Joshua. Thank you till we meet again next week with our new guest. Bye-bye. Safi.